Hey guys, Nancy here, Keto for Real Life People. I want to flip something around for you guys. Does this trigger you? Well, if not that, how about this? Or this? Or maybe even this? Yeah? Well, it does me too. It does me too. I'm going to put you guys on my cradle here so that I can stand here and talk to you in my house coat this morning. So, how many of you guys are triggered, tempted? You tell yourself it's okay to do this once, right? So my husband asked me last night, he was going to the store and he was like, hey, I'm going to the store, you want anything? And I was like, yeah, I'd like something sweet. He's like what? An apple pie. That was me. All right, first day of fall, I deserve it. Going through some stressful things, I deserve it. And you do something, and maybe at some point when something clicks with you, when something happens, you got to say, there was my moment. I was triggered, I was tempted, I enabled myself, I gave myself permission, I'm gonna run in my addiction, and then you do. So last night I had a slice of apple pie, and I had it a la mode, and I ate off plan. I started out on plan and then ended up off plan. Anybody else ever do that? If you've ever started off on the right foot in the morning saying, this is the day, this is the time, this is the place, I'm gonna do this, and that's it, and then by either mid-afternoon or maybe later that night, snacky time hits, and you're just like, I can do it today, or screw it, this is so important to me. Well, it just got me really thinking, like, you know what? We need to have this conversation. We need to be as real as can be. Getting off plan is terrible. But I thought to myself, go to your people. Go talk to them about it. Share what happened to you. Share your experience. Share your thought process. And let them know they're not alone, first of all, in it. And secondly, what are you going to do about it? Just what are you going to do about it? Yeah, Nicole says, I've had cake twice this last week. I find that even if it's not stuff like this, like it doesn't have to be pie or cake, it doesn't have to be ice cream or cinnamon rolls or anything like that. It can be chips, it could be salty stuff that you want, popcorn and French fries and cheeseburgers and pizza. I know, I'm making your mouth water, right? Like already you're starting to get hungry because we're talking about food. But at the end of the day, it can be things like beans and rice, tortillas, things like that, no matter what you're doing, no matter what your triggers are, I want to just encourage you to stop what you're doing. We have group, right? And I have a thing in there that you're not allowed to do lives or share lives in there, because a lot of people just want to come in there and spam my group and fish for people. I just don't approve of that. But if you are an active group member and you're struggling, you could do exactly what I'm doing right now. You could just go in there and go, look, here's the moment. This was my temptation tonight. This is what I'm doing about it. I encourage you to do whatever it takes to get yourself to that place of healthiness, that place of happiness. Nicole says, this week I'm on bacon, eggs, beef, and bacon. There you go. Extra bacon, please. Now for me, I'm gonna have to just, keep on track. When I go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week, I feel so much better. I mean, don't we feel better when we're eating whole, clean foods versus processed junk foods? And if it's not processed junk foods, then it's overeating the fried potatoes and the pinto beans and the cornbread, and even if it's just good old country cooking, spaghetti and garlic bread, and easy on the salad. Nellie says, I got ice cream problems. Girl, well, I have a solution to that. So I'm not going to just bring this on here and go, well, Nancy, you just kind of just blew my way of going today, you know. I have a couple of things I'm looking at right now because my husband said cinnamon rolls. That was an extra perk that he added, and he had one this morning with butter, and my daughter had hers, and they had coffee, and I didn't. Yay. But I almost did. I want you to know that I almost did. Here's what stopped me dead in my tracks this morning. Here's what's pushing me to come to you guys this morning and say, here's why I didn't do it. So I ate junk yesterday. I started out good, but then I ate beans and rice because they were already cooked and in the fridge, so I just heated those up, and then I ate junk food for dinner. And guess what? I went to bed, I laid down, and first thing I did was I got this major cramping going on in my hand, and I'm like, why would I mean, I had salt and stuff like that, but I started getting a cramp, and then I started getting a Charlie horse, and then I had to get back up, and I had to walk it off for an hour, and then I tried to lay back down, and then I woke up because I had junk. I had acid reflux. When I laid down, it just ran right back up my throat. I had a headache. I had to lay on the couch because I just didn't want to burden my husband. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to wake him up or keep him awake. So I sat out there and I was like, that was not worth it. But what sick, twisted part of me said it was worth it because you enjoyed it in the moment. And that's the sticky part right there, guys. It's a sticky part. When you are facing your kryptonite, whatever it is that triggers you or tempts you, it's amazing how strong the urge, the compulsion, the desire for that thing is in that moment that you are willing to go through pain to enjoy it for that moment. Because I guarantee you, once you're done, you're at that spot of, I wish I hadn't done that. Maybe you feel guilty for doing it. Maybe you're like, but then the symptoms start. That physically make you sick symptoms from eating crap food. So you have to avoid the temptations. And one of the things that I can tell you to do is have a plan. Get a plan. Get a plan. That's basically what I'm saying. This morning I'm like, get a plan, Nancy. Husband came out on the porch, said, yeah, I enjoyed my breakfast. The cinnamon roll was great. It was perfection, and the butter melted on it, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounds so good. And I could feel myself going down the same exact road that I did yesterday. I could feel myself, you know, because I told myself no more. That was yesterday, and there it was, the slip. And then I said, all right, but in the morning, no more, Nancy, for real, like no more. And once he came out and described how wonderful his food was, not his fault. I've dealt with that before. It's part of life, right? There's always going to be somebody who's eating regular food around you or eating unhealthy around you, let's put it that. And we have to be at that point where we're like, glad you enjoyed that. I have options that are going to make me happy too. And I'm not going to gain weight behind it. I'm not going to have acid reflux behind it. I'm not going to bloat behind it. I'm not going to get cramps behind it. You know, my joints aren't going to ache behind the food. So you have to think of something. And here I am. First of all, I'm doing something called accountability by coming to you guys with this morning. All right? I want to tell you, last night this pie really kind of sucked. I was so disappointed. And that's another thing you're going to find. You eat it, but you don't enjoy it. But you can't stop eating it, right? So here's my things. Breakfast. What do? Cinnamon roll? Eggs. Well, the eggs are the smart choice, right? And I'm like, but I don't want to get a pan out. I don't want to have to cook them. I don't want to have to clean the kitchen again. I don't want to have to, I just want easy like he did. Well, you can do it anyway because that's what you need to do. This morning I was like, I remember this. And this plays right into my Pampered Chef week, right? Like, this little guy right here is a gorgeous little ceramic cooker. They say it's an egg cooker, but I have made so many things in it. So quick thing, get you a little microwave bowl. You can just use a simple coffee mug, okay? You got this. I know it's backwards. You got this coffee mug. Put some eggs down in it. Put some butter down in it. Make an omelet, make poached, make fried, whatever you want to. You don't have to go to the stove and make a huge mess, okay? I'm giving you like options here. You can take just a little piece of cellophane too and pop some holes in it. Get that cling wrap on there. Pop it in your microwave and you can just eat it right out of there. Pop it in the dishwasher. No mess, no fuss, just simple, eat, be done, okay? I'm not gonna even talk about what foods, keto foods don't agree. Certain ones don't agree with me now either. Option 2. Nellie's like, it's the ice cream that gets me. Well, I was like, I've got some hot coffee here. I got this. And guess what? I can do this. I haven't even tried this new pumpkin spice caramel yet. I was like, ooh, I could put this down in my coffee. I could froth it right up. Which I might even just do that right now because I want to taste it. But you could have yourself a meal replacement shake. Doesn't have to be keto chow, y'all. I'm not pushing you on it. But if you want it, you know I got it, right? All right. Sharon says, I had 90-second cloud bread, egg, and bacon. Sure enough. I mean, there's ways, but I'm talking about, you know, I like food meal prep and stuff like that. There are things you can do to make sure you have things ready for your convenience. That's wonderful. But I'm talking about you are now in that moment. Right now, guys, I'm in that moment. I want a cinnamon roll. I want a cup of coffee. I want it, but I know I can't just have one cinnamon roll. See, my husband can eat one cinnamon roll. I could eat all of those if I so chose. And I wouldn't be satisfied with one for sure, right? I would have to have multiple. I'd have to have 2 or 3 or 4 to feel satisfied. And then I would want to sleep behind it. So guys, I'm just taking have you seen my Keto for Real Life People coffee mug right now? I'm just stirring in this pumpkin spice into my coffee. This will have my sweet cinnamon roll. Got it covered. Cinnamon, nutmeg. I'm gonna do this just right here. And I'm making myself a pumpkin latte, if you will. It's thick. Oh my gosh, it thickened up. It's not like your just coffee with creamer in it or butter. I want you to see that. Can I get it? I don't know if I can get this in here. But yeah. Get all of that. I'm trying to do it without getting myself all messy. Tracy said yeah, Sharon, I'm using the keto chow. But I'm getting all my little side things here. I'm going to get my little spatula out for that. I'm going to wipe my hand off of my fall towel. But guys, I'm going to get all this little bit of side stuff here. Whoop, it's stuck right there. And get it mixed in. Ice cream your thing? Get Rebel. If you can't find Rebel, buy Enlightened. If you can't find Enlightened, buy Nick's. There's so many keto ice creams out there. Low carb ice creams that you can have. If it's the devil you know, or the devil, what is it? How's that go? I'd rather the devil you know than the devil you don't. That's what it is. So you have your choice. Could you be sitting there eating some Bluebell ice cream or some Halo Top? You know, you're like, hey, one way to think of it is if I eat the Bluebell ice cream, chances are I'm probably going to gain weight, and chances are I'm going to be eating a lot more of that in the future. Versus, you know, hey, I ate some Rebel ice cream. It really wasn't beneficial for my weight loss program, but it was beneficial for keeping me sane. It was beneficial from keeping me going off plan. It saved my life tonight. And that's the way I look at it. But you know, you don't even have to buy brands but that's convenient, and it does work in a pinch. You can make your own keto chow ice cream with a blender and some ice and some heavy cream. You've got it. So this is it, y'all. Boosh. And it doesn't feel like it's hot enough, but we're gonna taste it. That tastes like a warm melted caramel cinnamon roll in my mouth with pumpkin in it. It's delicious. Now, see, same principle here. Do I want to eat the cinnamon roll, or do I want to just enjoy something like this? It's a meal. It's sweet. It satisfies the need. And, you know, once you're back on track, guys, here's the positive. Once you get yourself back on track, and I'm talking 3 to 4 weeks, getting yourself fat adapted 4 to 6 weeks, then you are in control again. But these times of 2 weeks good, back off, 2 weeks bad, 3 weeks bad, kind of mixed bad and good, not doing any good, it only comes from sticking to it for a certain amount of time. Let's see, we have somebody who said, it doesn't show me who says it. Yeah. Oh, Nicole. I bought 2 containers of Enlightened ice cream and ate both. I can't keep anything like that in my house. Girl, I'm with you. Now, here's a couple of things for you on that. For those of you who are like, if I buy that, I'm going to eat that type of mentality. Believe it or not, if I grab a pint of keto ice cream and I grab a spoon, I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to just take a couple of bites like some randomly weird normal person. I'm going to sit there and just eat it and eat it and eat it until it's gone. Now, I wouldn't sit there and go get another one because ice cream's not my jam, but I would eat all of it until it's gone. Now, I did at one point go and get out an ice cream scoop. Let me grab it. Let me show y'all. Obviously, the ice cream scoop was used last night. Oh, yeah, let me rinse it too because it has ice cream on it. All right, so I did find, instead of grabbing a spoon, instead of grabbing the pint, I grabbed this size bowl, guys. You see this? It's not a big bowl, okay? It's a little bowl. And when you take a scoop, which this happens to be a pretty awesome Pampered Chef scoop, segue, and I didn't even plan it. Awesome. You know, it's good because it doesn't make huge ones, but pat it out, make it pretty, put it in there. Once I ate it out of a bowl and served it to myself, mentally up here, I was satisfied. It's not going to be 100%. I can't guarantee you that, but I can guarantee you that try doing it that way. Try scooping some into a dish initially and then go for it. Because if you don't even try, you don't know. Aw, Sharon, thank you, hon. Thank you. I try to be as real as I can possibly be with you guys. Another thing that I do when it comes to things like ice cream. So because I'm not a huge ice cream, I love ice cream, but it's not like my ride or die. Cake is my ride or die, or potato chips are my ride or die. Things like that, popcorn, whatnot. Those are my triggers. But when it comes to this, I happen to have a freezer out in my shed and not in the house. So maybe you have one in your garage. So instead of putting your ice cream in your freezer in your kitchen, you might go, even if it's just the one, go put it out in your other freezer. And when you're like, I'm in the mood for ice cream, I don't want to go out to the shed. You'd be amazed how many times I've done that. I've put stuff out there and thought, I want it, but I'm too lazy to go get it right now. I'll do it later, right? Not right now. And it works. And the last thing that I do is I just don't buy it. If I'm having cravings for ice cream or keto peanut butter cups, all right, I either have to make them or I have to go buy them. And I will go buy them when that craving says, hey, I'm not going to leave you alone till you do it. Then I go buy them. I find that if I keep things in my house, strangely, store-bought things, like ice cream, peanut butter cups, keto cereals, not so much because I still have some of that. But but particularly the keto candies, fat bomb stuff, and keto chips. Love, love, love. Keto ice cream. I get them when I want them. I enjoy them, and then I'm done with them. Because if I keep them in the house, I'm like you, I will probably daily do them. I love Quest chips. One of the things that I know about that is I buy myself 2 bags a month. They're single serve. So 2 bags a month. I will go buy 2, and that's it. So do these kind of things to help yourself. But if you are not 100% on plan, if you are not eating the way you want to be eating 100%, then I suggest you have a plan B or have something, or get in touch with us. Get in group, guys. I want to let you also know, going forward, once things are a little more settled in my life, and once I get moved and everything like that, I will be coming at you guys a lot more. A lot more. You're going to be my peeps. Well, you don't have to tune in, but you're going to be my peeps. This mug here, this was a gift for me, handmade for me. Y'all, I just wanted to share it with you. Now it's backwards. It says Keto for Real Life People. And I love that it has the buffalo check. And look at this. I'm going to read this to you. This says Nutrition Facts. And then it says Nancy. Serving size, 1 Nancy. Keep it keto, 100% daily value. Fats first, 100%. Moderate protein, 100%. Low carb, 100%. Heart, 100%. Dedication, 100%. Strength, 100%. Creativity, 100%. Percent daily value is based on a diet of self-love. Actual daily values may vary depending on mood. How freaking awesome is that? I just wish this big blue thing wasn't on here. Other than that, I just absolutely adore this mug. Again, a friend of mine who lives here makes these, and that was just so creative, wasn't it? So I hope I encouraged you guys this morning. I hope I helped you in some way. And in doing so, helping myself. So I almost opted for the eggs because I thought if I give into my sweet craving, then it's just going to continue. But I thought if I don't just get the sweet thing out of my way in a healthy way, I should have just went ahead and done it in the first place. You ever have that happen? You crave something, right? And you think, oh, I can't have it. Say it's a peanut butter cup. You're like, I want a peanut butter cup so bad. I want it. I mean, I could have a keto one. I could even make homemade ones, but I want it. I'll have a salad. I'll drink some bone broth. I'm going to make, a hamburger patty and some avocado. And you're like, if I'd have just had that in the first place, maybe I wouldn't have kept eating something until you got to what you wanted in the first place and overate along the way. I've been there, done that. I've even done that with, just regular stuff. Like, I want apple pie. Well, you can't have the apple pie. Okay, well, eat some crackers and some cheese and some meat. All right, well, get in there and nibble on some popcorn. Maybe you'll get some chips and have a sandwich. Don't let yourself go down that. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. I do want to let you know, I want to share something with you. I'm not going to open this. Look what I got in the mail. Completely sealed still. I have a new Keto Chow Club box. I'm super excited about it. This one is going to be the October one. So I'm not even going to open it. I always sneak into it to see what's in it, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to save that for October 1st for you guys. And we'll open it together and see what we get. We'll talk about it. My Pampered Chef party opened up yesterday for any of you guys who love your Pampered Chef products. I want to remind you the holidays are going to be coming. That's one of the reasons I do love fall. I love fall because it's the best time of year, man. You get the 3 big holidays, one right after another. It involves grandkids and thankfulness and Jesus and Christmas, and it's just, I love the last few months of the year. It's my favorite time. So when you're thinking about maybe doing a little early shopping, maybe you've got kids who are going to college or cooking for themselves these days, or maybe you just want to stock up on your favorite stuff, consider getting some Pampered Chef. I want to tell you guys, I chose an option. I could either go for I could either go for my own personal, you know, like if we get so much in sales, then I can get like $100 towards something, or I could get a free hostess gifts and everything, which I don't know, I might. I never know how these things work. But they have this other one, the more you shop, the more you save. So as a group, as people are buying and purchasing their Pampered Chef, if it hits a certain level of sales, then an automatic savings kicks in. I don't know if it's like 5%, 10%, 15%. I don't know what the percentage is. But say you're like, but Nancy, I was the first one to order and I spent $50 and now there's a discount. Doesn't matter. You might have paid $50 with your card, but you're going to get back whatever the kickback is. But when the party closes, everybody gets their kickbacks and it goes back onto your card. So the more we purchase together, the more we save. I think last time people were getting stuff at 40% off. 40% off because and everybody who'd already purchased their stuff got their rebates back on their credit cards. So instead of spending, you know, $50, they were only spending $10, and they were like, whoa, wow, yeah, they got that back immediately when the party closes. So that's the option I chose, because I think it's more fun to save money than to just get more stuff. I'll be sharing into the Good Eats Cafe. That's where the Pampered Chef party is taking place. I might even do a little demo with this baby later on this afternoon. I'm thinking one of the cravings I'm having is egg salad. So I might just make a quick egg salad with this little bad boy as a highlight product for the party. And then on Sunday, I will do a live with my daughter, and we'll do a big, you know, like Pampered Chef thing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in this morning. I've got to get showered. Oh, one last thing. So do any of you recall about a month or so ago me painting and getting a relaxing place in my mind? I mean, it was one of the best things to relax and unplug, and didn't know I could even paint type deal. Do any of you remember seeing those pictures on my personal profile? Well, I had a lot of comments from you guys, mostly my group members who are my followers on my Facebook page. So I have 3 of them, and I'm working on a 4th. Haven't had much time yet. Yes, over your paintings. Yes, thank you. So it was suggested several times that maybe I should just auction them off. And I thought, how freaking silly is that? Because I'm like, God dang it, they're just little paintings, y'all. I think they're kind of embarrassing myself, but it was fun, just something fun. But circumstances what they are, I might actually auction them off. And all proceeds will go to the future of Nancy. So it's just something I'm kicking around. Let me know what you think. It's a way to give and receive at the same time. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope this live was helpful for you. I hope that it struck a chord somewhere deep within you. Don't fall for the triggers. Don't fall for the temptations. Remind yourself. Do that self-talk. Talk to yourself. Remind yourself what it was like to eat a slice of pizza and just absolutely hurt and feel miserable. Remind yourself when you're dead-eyeing, whatever food it is that's right in your face, that is temporary. That feeling of joy eating it is only temporary, because the repercussions are long lasting. So you might get that satisfaction momentarily. You might get that oxytocin hit. You might get that little hit of serotonin that makes you so happy and calm. But it's fleeting. It doesn't last. It's not real. Instead, opt for the healthy food. Lean on your friends. Lean on the group. And I will come back and we will check in. Last but not least, I have another idea. Okay? So, let me do this for you. So yesterday, if you see links for anything that I got here, except for I'm not going to link up you up no junk food. But if you see something you're interested in, you just let me know and I'll see if I can find a link for you. I do know I have this in my Amazon Keto for Life People store. It's under the book section department. You can find it. But we were covering the hormone fix yesterday, right? And it was really good. So I was thinking, you know, I know people do book clubs and I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I'm thinking about reading books to you guys. I want feedback though before I start it. I don't want to start something that I don't finish or that people don't show up for. I really don't. But you know, I do have books. I have books by Dr. Jason Fung and Jimmy Moore and Annika Becca and other notable, respectable keto people. And you know, sometimes it's like I could go ahead and read a chapter to you guys. Do a series like we're going to go over this chapter, we're going to discuss it, we're going to do it. I'll read it out loud. I'm pretty good at reading, by the way. We'll go over it. I'll always share the link and give credit to whoever which book we're reading, and I think that we could make it a once a week type of deal. I don't want to do this on the daily, but I want to say, okay, this is book night. This is the night we're going to discuss and we're going to get into this chapter and we're going to find out what they have for us. So I think it'd be a great way to educate ourselves further and bounce off of one another. So now I'm done, y'all. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. Take care. Love you, my lovelies.